Englishman,
Yes, my brother.
actually you are the eye opener.
Okay.
You have mentioned a lot about the world history,
Okay.
which you have never mentioned about inventors.
Okay.
So I want you today to give us some history about inventors, more especially computer.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. The history of computer came into being when Charles Babbage invented computer. It took Charles 8 years to invent the computer. That was between 1822 to 1830. He was a British scientist and engineer or computer engineer. After he has invented computer, he couldn't program computer keyboard for the computer until American scientist called Christopher Ledenshaw. Christopher Ledenshaw invented computer keyboard in 1867 to match computer, before computer was briefing letter. Then after Christopher also invented computer keyboard, he couldn't program computer mouse for the computer until two scientists, one from United States of America and one from Switzerland, invented computer mouse to match computer in 1964, when computer had 135 years before that two leaders gave computer food to eat. So computer ate food. Now computer is waiting one thing to survive. That is, you needed water to finish to take before he will survive. So computer is still tasty until American scientist called businessman, computer programmer called William Henry Bill Gates.
Bill Gates?
Yes, invented.
The Bill Gates
yes,
you know?
You know, in the United States of America.
Good.
Invented Microsoft to match to computer. When computer had 145 years before Bill Gates gave computer water to survive. And that is the history about computer.
Hey, in fact, you have made it all. I have never heard about the history of the computer until you are mentioning it, even though I'm also into computing. So can you elaborate more about inventors?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Which
so,
inventors do you want to know?
Let's move to vehicles.
Vehicles.
Okay.
Oh, the one who started vehicles.
Vehicles.
We call them inventors.
Inventors
Anything
of vehicles.
that somebody started, first have done it or did it, we call them inventors.
Inventors.
They started it. And so therefore, let's move to the vehicle.
Okay.
The vehicle was invented by German scientist called Carl Benz. I'm saying that a vehicle was invented by Carl Benz. Carl Benz invented vehicle in between 1885 and 86. 139 years today.
139 years today.
Where the Carl Benz invented vehicle.
Good.
He was a German scientist. Are you with me?
Okay.
After having invented this vehicle, he named his name after the vehicle, which is Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes-Benz. If you want to use a Benz car.
Benz
that's
car.
his name.
Benz car.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can just call the Mercedes-Benz
or Carl Benz.
Carl Benz.
Or Benz car.
Benz car.
That's
Okay.
his name. He named
Good.
his name. After he has invented that car, he's a German scientist. Another man from the same Germany also invented long vehicle. The first man to have also invented long vehicle was also called Rudolf Christian Diesel. Rudolf Christian Diesel, called Man Diesel. He also named his name after the car.
Man Diesel.
It's also the first longer vehicle to be invented in this year.
So
it was
wonderful.
Invented in 1895-96.
1895-96.
96. 1 year that he used to use.
1895-96.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's also a German scientist.
Okay, let's go on.
Therefore, after 37 years later, after inventing of Mercedes-Benz, another man also entered into a laboratory. By between 1921 and 23, 2 years, he invented automatic vehicle. So automatic vehicle was invented by Alfred Honamono. Alfred Honamono invented automatic vehicle between 1921-23, he was what? Canadian scientist. He was a Canadian scientist. The people from Canada are called Canadians.
Canadians.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was a Canadian scientist.
So
who
he
also
was
invented,
from Canada.
Yes, invented automatic vehicle.
Okay.
And it took him 2 years. That was between 1921 to 1923.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
I thought automatic vehicles have just come to being just recently.
No, it's more than 100 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. It
Okay.
is more than 100
Then
years ago.
throw more
And
light on
then-
it.
And therefore, if you want to talk about maybe, let's say, transformer.
Transformer.
Yeah, transformer that you can see in the lab. It was invented by or attributed to two inventors. It was transformer was attributed to two inventors. One, Otto Bloy, and Karani Zipanaski. Karani Zipanaski invented a transformer, and it was invented in 1886, 137, 38 years now.
1886.
86.
Not today.
Yes, they were Hungarian scientists. They came from Hungary, a country
Hungary.
called Hungary.
Okay.
The people of Hungary are called Hungarians.
Okay.
They invented. But if you come to, let's say, electric bulb.
Electric bulb.
Yeah, electric
So
bulb.
that means
Thomas,
that that means that you are now taking us to
they invented.
a scientist about electricity.
Yes, electricity.
Oh, that's very
Electric
wonderful.
bulb was invented by Thomas Edison.
Okay.
Oh, Thomas Edison invented electric bulb. It took Thomas, or it was invented in 1869. 1869. He was an American scientist and engineer.
Okay.
And therefore, we should be talking about aeroplane.
Aeroplane.
Yes. Do you know the history
Today,
about? Do you know the history about aeroplane?
Today you are actually into inventors.
Oh, the history of aeroplane is very interesting.
Very interesting.
Because the history of aeroplane started when the two started by four people.
Okay.
Four
Aeroplane.
Yes, started or attributed to four inventors.
Okay, let's
But
know much about
Yeah,
it.
but it ended up about two inventors.
Okay.
Before that two inventors started aeroplane, they entered into laboratory, and their father was a bishop
Okay.
in America
Okay.
called Wright Bishop.
Right, Bishop.
Yes, so anytime he goes out to preach, he normally tells people that it is only angel who can fly.
Wow.
It is only angel who can fly.
Who can fly.
Yes, and the children, when he comes home, the children ask daddy, don't always say it's only angels who can fly. A human being can also fly. And say, where can you see a human being can fly? Then the children enter into the laboratory. By in 1903, 122 years today, the people came out with a machine called aeroplane. Their names are Wilbur Wright and Wilbur Wright.
Mention them again.
Wilbur Wright and Wilbur Wright. Their
Okay.
names are similar.
Okay.
They are twins.
Wilbur Wright.
Wright and Wilbur Wright.
And Wilbur Wright. Okay.
Invented aeroplane in 1903.
1903.
No, 122 years today. The plane was airlifted in North Carolina, one of the states of U.S., where the plane were airlifted to another state.
Say it again.
I am saying that the first people who invented the plane were Wilbur Wright and Wilbur
Wright. Okay.
They flew the first plane in 1903.
Okay.
Yeah, in North Carolina, one of the states in U.S.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes. That is the history.
And where was the plane first lifted?
It was airlifted in North Carolina,
Carolina.
one of the states in U.S.
U.S.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
U.S.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Carolina. We have
Okay.
North Carolina, South Carolina, North Dakota.
It was in North Carolina.
That the plane airlifted.
Okay.
But some of the states in U.S., we have Washington, D.C., that's their capital town.
Okay.
We have Alabama, Alaska, Chicago, California, Florida, Mississippi.
I beg you, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. We'll come to that. Yes, Englishman. In fact, you are a historian. Well, the historian. I beg you, we'll come to that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right,
So, if you want to actually know much about Englishman, if you also want to call him, you can call him well historian. In fact, better subscribe to his channel, like it, share it, and even pass more comments. You know much about him. Englishman is so amazing, in fact, and he deserves to be listened more and more and more and more. Thank you very much.